Hi, welcome back. Sorry. Hi, welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion, and I am the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion. And today we're working on chapter 4 of the Potsmoker's Bible, which is chapter 2 of the book of Zion. And we are working with Daniel chapter 7, verse 22, which is Zion chapter 2, verse 6. And it goes like this: Until the Ancient of Days come, and judgment be given to the saints of the Most High, and the time come that the saints possess the kingdom. Oops. Okay, the next verse, Daniel 7:22, describes the moment of clarity for the people of Zion. It tells us that the clones of the ancient gods will return at that time. The saints of the Most High would find the evidence left to them to use to overcome their oppressors and win for themselves their promised homeland. This verse is the first time that the event of first contact is mentioned. The ancient gods return. The chosen people of Zion are to use the prophecy to bring the fabled judgment day. That judgment grants them the status of a nation, and they are to possess the kingdom, having won the judgment. Isaiah 34:8, Zion 2:7. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompense for the controversy of Zion. Isaiah warns the wicked who lose the case brought against them that this judgment day is a day of vengeance. They have clearly pissed the Great off, and now they will suffer the consequences for that loss. We are told those consequences are dire. The wicked who lose in the trial of judgment have angered the Grey, for it is a day of vengeance, a day when humanity must pay the price for their foolish actions, a day when the wicked are forced to pay for their crimes. It's also a year of recompense. The people of Zion have won the day. The hard bondage that they have endured is at an end, and they are to be compensated for their losses. They are given the right of the national state. They are given their promised land. The nations of the world must reimburse them for the damages that they have done. This judgment day and year of recompense sets the stage for a year-long controversy as the world argues the validity of the prophecy and the rights of the people known as Zion. It is known as the year of the controversy of Zion. The controversy will be a very public debate as to the validity of the prophecy as set forth by the woman Zion. They will argue about each verse of text, the order in which it appears, and the interpretation of it. They will also debate her identity, her right to enact prophecy, and this will be a very public debate. The debate will also be about who and what is God. The arrival of the Grey clones and their hybrid human children will be such a shocking event that it will call into question every opposing religion. All false gods and their fabled religions have struggled in vain, will struggle in vain to disprove the prophecy, as the ignorant reel from the shock of first contact with the creation of Zion. Amos 3:7, Zion 2:8. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. This verse warns the wicked that they are in for Amos 3:7 reminds us all that the Grey always tell us beforehand what they're intending to do. They tell us through the prophets, the human interpreters of the telepathic beings, our forefathers called God. We are reminded of this fact because of the next verse, Isaiah 28:21, which is Zion 2:9. For the Lord shall rise as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wrath as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act. This verse warns the wicked that they are in for a shock. The creation of Zion will be a strange event. It will be an awe-inspiring act that no one will believe or imagine beforehand. However, the text does give us two clues. The gray will rise up as they did at Mount Perazim, and they will be very angry as they were at the valley of Gibeon. Now, at Mount Perazim, David, the first true king priest of Israel, won a decisive victory over the Philistines. Gibeon was one of the towns captured during the conquest when Joshua overthrew the indigenous peoples after the Gibeonites had deliberately tricked them into signing a peace treaty. The Gray instructed Joshua to destroy the entire tribe. This is a reference to a treaty made between the Gray and the nations of Earth. The Gray gave our nations technology in exchange for genetic material for the creation of the hybrid Grays. The atomic bomb was a direct violation of that treaty, and the nations have angered the Gray. The nations will pay the price for their trickery and their betrayal. The consequences of that betrayal will be swift and beyond imagining. The people of Earth will be shocked and amazed at the events which will soon occur without warning. They will simply wake up one morning, turn on their TVs, and watch as their entire society undergoes a sudden transformation. And so ends chapter 4 of the Potsmoker's Bible, and chapter 2 of the Book of Zion's dissertation. Now we will have the reading. Book of Zion, chapter 2, the closed book. For the Lord has poured upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers and seers has he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he say, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, Read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. For precept must be upon precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little, until the Ancient of Days come, and judgment be given to the saints of the Most High, and the time come that the saints possess the kingdom. For it is a day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of the recompense for the controversy of Zion. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. For the Lord shall rise as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act. Thus ends chapter 4 of the Potsmoker's Bible, chapter 2 of the Book of Zion. And I will see you next time. May the Most High God be with you all.